The police department today handed out citations for its ongoing Do the Right Thing program, even as members themselves from top to bottom are accused of doing exactly the opposite. Love TV's Dalila Ikal and cameraman Olin Kingston were present for the ceremony and bring you the following report from Old Belize.
Over 40 youth were awarded today in the 5th National Award Ceremony for the Do the Right Thing program at Old Belize this morning. Superintendent Bart Jones, acting commander of community policing, says the police department first launched the program in 2005.
The program started by the then Commissioner of Police in 2005, Mr. Joel Westby, out of an initiative that he saw in the United States. It was geared to at high school students, particularly those that are in Fort Farm, where their performance had been exemplary. They had maybe had turn around in their life in terms of maybe overcoming some crisis or something, or overcoming some behaviors, and have then become an example to other students and so.
And while the department had to overcome some challenges, Commissioner of Police Crispin Jeffries says today the support is encouraging.
I must tell you that with our effort to get this off the ground, it took a challenging period where the students were made aware of the program, but the teachers did not want to include it in their work schedule. And we had to be badgering the teachers from school to school. We had to be dealing with the associations of principals, and we had to get it in. And it took us a while, and we got it in. And today it is ballooning. Today the sponsorship is encouraging.
In today's ceremony, 40 youth from across the country were awarded a medal for their efforts.
Many times we connote youths with negativity, and I think this is one way the department can show the department in a different light, and as well show youths in a different light.
8 additional youth were selected for the national awards. Receiving the first place award is Tracy Donis, a recent graduate of Eden SDA High School in Santa Helena.
And be an example to others. Be positive. Always giving people good advice and telling them to do the right thing. And the principal from our college, Eden SDA High School, well, he is one of the person that came to me and told me if I wanted to enter this Do the Right Thing program, and I accepted. And then I believe that he looked at me as a person that is very strong and a person that doesn't let nothing hold me back. And I've learned a lot of things in the past. I've made some wrong choices, but I'm glad that now I'm starting to make right ones.
You said that you also try to be an example to others. How do you do that?
Trying to be an example to others is being a strong person, letting them see that I could be an inspiration to them, as in, despite of my situation that I'm in, that they could look at me and say, okay, wow, this girl, she has been going through a lot, she's been through a lot, and she's still striving for what she wants in life. And wow, that helps them to look at me and say that, if I can do it, they can do it as well. So
how do you feel after receiving this award today?
Well, I'm very happy and proud of myself. I don't know, it's just a lot of emotions, a lot of joy in me that I don't know how to explain it. But happy could explain a lot, and yeah, I'm very, very thankful that they chose me as first place winner. And I know that this will help me a lot, the scholarship that I won and all that.
She was awarded a scholarship for an associate's degree at Sacred Heart Junior College, an LP Lenos Voss 10E netbook, and $1,000 cash prize. Second place was handed to Denison Diego of Independence High School in the Stand Creek District, and in third place is Mika Goodin of Sadie Vernon Technical High School in Belize City. A new Do the Right Thing logo was also unveiled at this morning's ceremony. The winner, Marconi August, was selected from 3 submissions. The new logo features Belize's national bird, the toucan. The selection process has always been a challenge for officials, as each youth has an inspiring story. Commissioner of Police Crispin Jeffries says it is important for the program to continue, as many have benefited from it.
It is also important that at this juncture of the 5th annual presentation. We've had this program going for 6 years. This is our 5th presentation, and we are hoping that we will yet see more sponsors coming in, because there is a need for higher education, and we believe that the Do the Right Thing program has been providing a lot of the type of assistance a lot of young persons need to further their education.
The program sponsors were awarded as a token of appreciation for their contributions. Reporting for Love News, I am Dalila Ikang.
Parts of the Toledo district are this evening experiencing flooding. Correspondent Paul Mahong reports.
Traditionally in Toledo, Wednesday is considered one of the major market days when many vendors from rural Toledo communities come to sell their agricultural products while others do personal business. Today, however, some of the rural villagers were unable to make it to town due to flooded road conditions. Since last night and this morning, vehicular traffic remained impossible to Punta Gorda from Aguacate and Midway and other villages beyond. Reports here confirm that the Ministry of Education Toledo vehicle, a white 4-door L200 Mitsubishi, was on its way from Barranco Village to Punta Gorda when shortly after 2 p.m. yesterday, the 4 occupants of the vehicle were unable to proceed to Punta Gorda because of the flooded road conditions about half-mile away from the Moho River Bridge. The Ministry of Education Toledo vehicle and passengers waited for the flood waters to recede, but that never happened, as shortly after 7 p.m. in the dark of the evening, reports indicate that a flash flood washed the waiting people off the road, causing it to remain partially submerged in the water, with the occupants disembarking to safety. Efforts to retrieve the vehicle out of the water this morning remained impossible due to flooded road conditions in the area. Reporting for Love News, Paul Mahone, Nagoda.
While that situation in Toledo usually happens around this time of the year, in one part of Belize City, it is a constant struggle almost all year round. Love TV's Maria Novello went into one neighborhood today where flooding is a way of life for city residents.
Street issues in Belize City have always been a constant work in progress and nuisance for the City Council and communities alike. But in some areas, namely the Belama Phases 3 and 4, residents have been experiencing the constant grief of traversing back and forth to work and wading through muddy, flooded streets. Add a haven for mosquitoes and a network of angry, neglected residents, and you can be sure it's a recipe for ultimate frustration. Love News caught up with Deputy Mayor Philip Willoughby to get his take on the problems and what measures are in place for remedial work in these areas.
It's hard for the residents in that area to probably commute back and forth or to traverse the area. I would like to state the fact of the matter is Belize City is ever evolving, and be it the city needs infrastructure, transport, trade and commerce, symmetry and so forth. There are challenges, but we're up for the challenge to rectify these problems. The only immediate problem or short stop we would have with this one would be that it would be a capital expenditure type project to undertake what is quite visible behind here. We are looking at maybe some double 18 or 24-inch culverts that needs to be put in place, and maybe somewhere upwards at 21,000 as in material to fill the area. So this matter has to I will share it with my colleagues at council tomorrow. We know the urgency of it, and we have to prioritize some of these problems as they pop up, and we know that there are problems and challenges that we need to face and rectify on a daily basis, but this is one of the priorities that we have to deal with.
In terms of getting a solution to the problem, it is only a question of how long it will take the Council and the Ministry of Works to get started on a solid action plan to rectify the problem. Willoughby says work should start in the next coming weeks, and that although the work won't be a remedial one, the Council will look at a more permanent long-term plan which is needed to rectify the street flooding issues. But once the infrastructure is in place, residents will need to do their part as well.
We are pretty much concerned both for for the resident traversing, be it pedestrian, cyclist, motorists traversing the area, from that perspective, and also from a health perspective with whatever this outbreak or dengue matter that we are confronted with. So it has to be priority and we have to deal with it.
Deputy Philip Willoughby, the manager of sanitation, Ministry of Works, and the city engineer went on a site visit today in the areas aforementioned. Residents are up in arms with the situation and can only hope that comprehensive work will be done so as to make life easier for all who reside in that community. Reporting for Love News, I am Maria Novello.
After the break, residents of Benkevi del Carmen prepare for the annual fiesta in honor of the town's patron saint, and later we'll introduce you to a group that is in Belize to promote step dancing. Love TV's evening news will continue after these messages.